Hi, welcome to Spiritual Diamond Channel. So this is your host for the channel. I'm your host. Um, this is going to be a Virgo reading. I hope you guys are doing well and looking forward to your weekend ahead. Um, don't forget to check out any other birth sign in your chart so that can help you gain more clarity in certain areas of your life through the different star signs that you have in your chart. You can do readings on to see where you need most um, beneficial information for your circumstance or situations. Um, so I just want to thank you all as well for liking, commenting, subscribing. Continue to do so. Press the notification bell. That way you can be the first to see the videos that I have put up on the channel, the new videos that are coming in. And yeah, I'm going to continue to do um, your readings, as well as some other readings that I feel like will be beneficial, for the channel overall. Look out for some, you know, um, podcasts and stuff like that, things that I will do to help you guys stay in with the knowledge that you possibly are looking for, whether that's to do with finances, money, work, business opportunities, family matters, relationships, even sex. Um, yeah, just things overall that are going to help. I'm also a spiritual channel of God. So I do, you know, send out blessings, messages with prayers and stuff like that. So do join in, do join in and, see what part of um, the channel gives you the most benefit when I am putting out certain content. All right. So let's get into your reading. This is going to be a Virgo reading. All right. So what's going on with Virgo? Some of you guys could be a little bit upset about something here. Okay. Maybe you could be in a little bit of a mood or just feel like you're struggling to move forward with something, or you just want to see outcomes in the way that you see fit right now. Okay. Okay, what I'm hearing is Diana is a job search. So some of you guys could be coming into new job roles in the near future. Doesn't say why at this time, but it does say you have worked so hard or so smart towards things that you want or need, and you're getting good karma with this. Okay, I see fruits, honey. I see good fruits coming in from, hard work and staying resilient, staying in control of a situation, seeing where you've needed to take control of a situation and really give back to yourself. Spousal support is needed or necessary for you to help your mind. Then again, it does say keen on you could be things that you need to support or even change or maybe even repair. At times, you may need support or even need to spare time to someone that needs some support in their mind. It doesn't say why, but other than that, people may pick on your mindset to see how far they can get. So be careful of that, because you may even have certain people that are coming forward as well, thinking that you may need them for something. Maybe they're looking for an opportunity, but I do see the opportunity could have run out, or maybe you feel like you're moving forward and stabilizing certain mind games towards a situation that you feel like could have caused you harm. So you already thought ahead of the situation. You already saw something that was coming to you or could have came to you and gave you grief. Okay, and it does say you could be sorting things out before a time that's going to give you bad moods or bad luck or bad energy or bad anything. So you are preparing yourself for something that could come and give you negative energy, and stay away from it. Like, completely give yourself back to God and say, I am worthy. I'm giving myself to you so that I can prepare myself for better news ahead. So I feel like some of you guys are breaking chains as well. Some of you guys are going through new portals, like I said. Um, before in some other readings that I've done. Um, Also, I see you guys really um, changing as a person. You're changing as a person. Your abilities to think smart or do well is exuding your passionate new beginning. In some ways, it's taking all your mind control or all your strength at this time. You could be working towards great news. You could be studying. You could be really working hard on something here and changing your lifestyle, changing the outcome, changing even a generational setback. Okay. All right. So let's see what else is going. Let's see what else is going on. I'm hearing wouldn't want to war with you anymore. That could be a father figure, could be a family relative, or a familiar face. Um, Seeing and believing that you have good karma with your work as well. Could be a job. Doesn't say much about it, but you've got good news when it comes to your strength and your resilience to pay attention to your bills and your finances. It doesn't say that you warn yourself that you've got good news at this time, but you are preparing yourself to challenge a situation or to get rid of it. So you're preparing yourself to get rid of something that could be harsh to you right now. It could be a big debt. It could be maybe a big bill or some type of you know something to do with your clothes are very much more important. It's saying something to do with your clothes and your shoes are more important at this time, but you don't need to see it in a bad way. You could be sponsoring time to pay back a lot of money, and it does say a lot of money because you can't see good karma in your mind at times, but you will in the next week or two, or even now as you feel like good things are happening. You've got to certify this, and it does say praying and really praying hard that things could turn around for you, could work out well. Justifying that you have bills to pay is not easy, but at times you may not win every one of them all at once. So, you might have to make agreements with certain people that you're going to pay back maybe at a later time, or, have to be a bit skeptical in regards to how you're going to manage, because maybe you thought you was able to, but you needed something, maybe you needed to buy some things, personal things, and maybe couldn't, put money towards certain bills that you would like to pay. um Whatever it is, maybe it could be a delay in some type of payments in some type of way, or you're waiting for some money to come in, so to speak, so you have to wait for that money to come in before you can pay certain bills. But or it could just be new bills that have piled up, so there is something going on with money and bills. And then you just wanting to know that you can feel good, look good, and certify yourself, because obviously you feel like you're going to need this in the world one day, or even soon now, as you feel like good karma could come, and not in a bad way, but good news is on its way to you in the mind, and not your reality, but at times it will be in your mind. Nowhere near your reality right now until you feel like it. But sometimes you feel like going out, or even dressing up, or even paying attention to people who want you, or maybe even don't want you, but maybe even see you as a friend or a nice person, or maybe even wanting you to work with them. And you know that you have to look good for your job. So it doesn't say it's a bad thing. You've just got to warn yourself not to spend overly. And obviously, you do spend a lot. And it doesn't say more than that. You do spend a lot. And I noticed this when I was paying for your things. Someone here is speaking on your behalf, looking into you. Like, okay, we've got a water sign person, but we've also got air sign person who is in their feelings about you and doesn't know how to sponsor being yours, but knows that they spoke a lot to you in your mind at times when they feel like you spend a lot, so you wouldn't be able to challenge yourself and buy yourself nice things. Even clothes, at times I feel like you wouldn't be able to buy them. It does say that people wouldn't want to see you buy them because they know they're taking advantage when they're paying you a visit to your home, your house, or even challenging you to take your things. It does say mental health structures are there for you to think you could always come to my house and take my things. I'm hearing debt collectors, okay? All right, someone probably wants to show up at your house to take your things, okay? It doesn't have to be debt collectors. It doesn't have to be bailiffs for some of you guys. It could be some of you guys that are going through a divorce, okay? Or somebody that even gave you something, or gave you some stuff, and now they want to take it back, maybe, okay? Someone was a bit mean or a bit cruel. does say you know who you are, so you're not going to spend time looking for me. I know I lie a lot. I could come and take you and put you down and maybe even really put you in your mind about who's going to harm me if I come and then you harm me or harm you. I'm not going to speak to you again. I just leave you to deal with it because I notice my time is up. I've got to move on. Yes, someone here feels like they've got to move on or else it's going to get out of hand. In their head, they're feeling all kind of things could go wrong. Even maybe feds or police could be called if it goes too far. It does say I've warned myself not to see you in that way, but I realize I'm going to give you that problem if you don't speak about your karma. It doesn't say why I have to deal with you, but I have to. And I notice you don't want to pay something, or you do, but you just want to do it when you're ready. If I speak to you, you're going to pay when I want you to, but I notice I'm in a bad mood. Yeah, this job is making this person in a bad mood. Whoever the debt collector is, or whoever the person is that wants to take back some items, some things, maybe you shared some assets with someone. Maybe it was an ex-spouse, okay, or maybe it was a friend, like a sibling, or just someone that you had to share assets with in some way, even if it was a business partner. Someone here feels bad for wanting to take from you, or maybe they want to know that they didn't get enough from you, so they want to take half of what you have in some type of way, or take all of what you have. Or it could be a thief, so watch out for some of you guys that are dealing with someone that is a thief as well, because I am picking up that energy for some, that there could be someone that wants to steal from you, take from you, and it could go horribly wrong. Okay, so just be careful. All right, anything else? So someone could still be thinking about this and asking themselves, did they clear their head and move on because they're still premeditating on you and your mind? How would you feel if they were to show up at your home, your door, and take from your family, your food, your drink, your alcohol, or even your clothes, your shoes, and your man? As someone here doesn't know how to speak, but they want to know if you're in a relationship, or even can take your man from you. One of these days, I will witness you in your mind and take your man. I noticed that you don't know me, but I could take your man. He's never going to be there for you, but he always complains that you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. And I realize I am not the one to play with. I don't know who this person is. Maybe someone already took your man, Virgo. Okay? Maybe someone already took your man, and this person is the third party. Okay? Who believes that they may have, spent time with your person, and they feel like they could take him off your hands completely. Maybe he's not interested in this person. All right. It doesn't say why he's obviously in the mindset of yours, but it does say he communicates what he needs or what he wants, and never got it from her. Never got it from her. Why would I get it from you if I came back? I don't know if I should come back, but I notice you and me have a baby. We have a son. We don't have any problems getting the child in a way that you could have good news. Ideally, you told me I am his dad. I could take back what is mine if I wanted to. And I don't want to because I know I'm nervous. If I ever take from you or harm you, you're going to harm me. Don't want to hear that I've got a child and I can't use him for what it is that I want. Laughing stock, love, making sex, and anything else that I need from you. In my mind, I want to take you back, but I don't know how. So someone wants you back. Someone wants you back and they don't know how to get you back, and they feel like you and him have a child together, a son. Okay? Does say ideally you could all have children with the person. Could be friends that are getting involved with their personal business. Okay? So if it's not specifically, someone that has a son, it could be, someone that has children with a person. But also, for reference, it could also be particularly a friend. If there's someone, guiding you in your mind about someone's son and their child going through problems. Okay? Don't want to speak about it, but I see you in your mind a lot, and I hear that you've got a son. Wouldn't want to get back with you, but you have a son. So someone doesn't want to get back with you, but they know you've got a son, or they heard you have a son. Okay? And it does say wedding plans are there for you and the man I want. Where was I going trying to tease you with the mind game I have? didn't want to know that you had a child together, but I blame no one. I know you've got a child with this man and I can't bear it. Where are you going? Why are you completely ignoring me? How is it that I needed to speak to you and now you don't want to speak to me? How can I get back to you and laugh and make fun of you? And I don't even know who you are. I know that you want to speak about it, but I don't think she's going to. And it does say the friend of hers is laughing, is laughing at her, but making fun of herself because she's got problems in the same way that this woman does with her child and a son that didn't want her. It does say the son didn't want her after he stole the time to communicate that he wanted his dad and didn't want her. Oh, so you may have a son with someone, Virgo, or maybe there's someone around you that has a son, or someone that you know has a son for a man that you may have wanted, or they wanted your man, okay? And you've got the son of this man. And whoever the person is that wants this woman's man that's got the child with them, they seem to want to know what's going on in your personal life and your personal business, but also want to know if they can steal the man back from you, okay? Or maybe even intervene with your personal life and your child, okay? Doesn't say where it's going other than I pray that you will never get good news with your mind. Hell no, I'm not getting involved. Have you heard what his name is? It does say his demonized mindset is there. I wouldn't know what his name is. I couldn't tell. No one spoke to me or let me know what his name is. And I know he's not going to get any more invites in my mind again. I don't want to hear that he's got a child with you. I don't know if he's got a child with you, but I heard he has a son with you. So someone's looking into something here and knows that someone has got a child with you, okay? Or you could know that someone has a child with another person. And it does say luring in the situation or looking into the situation is a bad omen. It does say people are protesting on why this man had a child with you. Where was he going trying to have a baby with you? Who told you you should have a child with someone else? I know that I gave you war in my mind to say you would move on and find another man. It does say another woman wants to know that she moved on from your problems and still sees that you've got problems with someone else and their mind. Whoever it is that had a child with someone else and ignored the man that she's now with, which is your ex or your person, ideally your person when he doesn't want to move on and see someone else's mindset, but he keeps picking on you and picking on the other woman that he stayed away from in her mind, saying that she's still there, but she's not going to be mine. So basically, he's still in love with you and he went off with another woman. You went off and had kids with someone else. All right. But this woman seems to be lurking in and spying on you still. Okay. And what you've been doing in your personal life, whether she goes and does this through tarot cards or whether she's just going through the grapevine and listening to gossip and looking in on what happened with you and the other child that you had for someone else. Okay. And there's someone else now that you had a child with, and then there's another woman in the situation on that side as well, okay? Whereas that person now is wanting your man back, or they want to take your man from you or get involved with your child, okay? And the person that you had other children with previously before this child with someone else had a woman, and that woman's looking in and spying on you too. A lot going on, Virgos. It's a lot, okay? Don't want to get involved, but people are picking on you too much, warring with you. When I say I see this and I didn't know how to deal with it, I couldn't cope. I know that I deal with people in my mind, but I can't cope the way I see things in the way you do, and I see things in her perspective. I don't want to hear that you've got bad news. I feel like you have family members that are looking into you, and it does say people will pick on you to say it's going to be that or nothing, okay? So people also picking on you because they know that you maybe look into things, or you see things, or you just know certain things, you've discussed certain things, and you know that there's family members that are watching you, okay? You could be dealing with an air sign, all right? You could be dealing with Aquarius. You could also be dealing with Gemini. There's also Leo there as well. There's also an earth sign. If it's not you, Virgos, could be another Virgo, or it could be any other earth sign. We've also got Pisces here, and we've got any other fire sign as well. All right. Anything else going on? It looks like a lot of people are spying on you, looking at you, watching you, up in your business. If this is not you, you know, hanging around other people that are up in someone's business, this looks like someone's upping your business. Okay, doesn't say where it's going with you and loyalties. People want to structure their minds to punish you or harm you. Don't want to call you or talk to you, but I realize people are targeting you. Someone wants to talk to you, but they don't know how. It could be a parent or a family member or even a friend or even a next door neighbor or an aunt. It doesn't say who, but it's bothering the person more than it bothers you. Yeah, it's bothering someone else more than it's bothering you. Can you imagine? Okay, it doesn't say why, because this person realized they see more about the problem and they look into it way too much. At times they do look into it too deeply, but personal problems in your mind are never going to be a problem. You know what you're going through with your family and your children. No one needs to talk about you and sentimentally give value to someone else to tell them, I know what the problem is. This is where it's going. And laugh because someone has been gossiping or lying or talking about you and the child that they don't like with another person. And this could even be their own sibling. Like, say you've got another child, but this child lives elsewhere, or they're an older child and they have family members that they hang with that you don't necessarily like, you know, liaising with at times, but they do because, you know, they feel close to some of your other family members more than you. Okay, you've got someone here that seems to have wanted to talk more about the child that you have with someone else, which could be a sibling, like a half sibling, or possibly even a family relative, like a cousin or a aunt or uncle or even a brother. And it does say many times over, this person keeps talking and laughing and making fun and walking away and then challenging the person or even the mindset of yours and the parent or even family member that they keep laughing and making fun with. They know they are smart, ideally, as they look into both sides of the spectrum and see eye to eye with everyone. So they well done their mindset with people like, yeah, I know you are not going to give me problems because I know you want to be my friend. So basically, this person is a flip-flopper, you know, a fence rider. They're friends with everyone. That's not a healthy move, you know, especially when they are talking your business with one person and then coming to you and talking someone else's business with you about someone else, and then friends with everybody. But at the same time, when they get upset now, they're upset with you about the other person, but then they could get upset with the other person about you. And it's a messy, toxic situation. Okay. Doesn't say where it's going, but the person is led astray to believe that they have passed their mind onto you again. Never wanted to see you in the mindset of yours, but believe that they have passed their mindset onto you. They don't really feel like they have, but they realize you could be like that as well. And it doesn't say that you are, as you know what you're doing. You realize you've got gifts and you've seen yourself as a personal hater. And it does say hater because when the mindset comes in, he will see that he's hating on you. Enemies are there with you, and I'm also hearing someone else could be involved in the situation. It does say someone beginning with the name of J, okay, or maybe legal matters, or even someone here saying there's problems with your mind, or even your family, or even your childhood. It does say many times over, if the pastor or a friend doesn't see you for who you are, they completely confuse the situation and look into it in a mindset of their own. It does say this person doesn't know how to get involved, but he sees that you may have spoken to him and he really wonders what happened to you and your family life. Where are they going? It does say bad news for whoever keeps looking too far into your life and wonders what happened to your family. They want to know that they pray for you or see you in a detrimental way, and they don't know how to stop being mad. They will punish themselves one day when they realize they're getting involved in personal home matters without your consent and not really paying attention to your pride and your mind about situations. They believe that they could help you and pray for you and still never give you good news because they pray and laugh and make fun of you at the time that they see you. They know that they can't laugh, and then they go behind you and laugh and make fun of you and make fun of your home life. They may not know what's going on, but they see that they've got problems in their mental health. And this could even be within your community at church with your own pastor for some of you guys. And it doesn't say why, but someone here knows that they can't keep bullying you and making fun of you and then asking you to tithe or even pay bills or money. And it does say someone here keeps doing this and playing along. Yeah, this is going on in your own community, your church. Yeah. They don't want to talk to you directly, sit down, have a meeting with you and help you solve your problems directly head on. But you've given them enough information for them to go behind you, talk about you, laugh, and then pretend in your face that they want to help you in some ways, and then still turn around and ask to put in their collection box or have ongoing, tithe payments come into their accounts or in their collection plates. It does say many times over, people pick on people all the time. And I realize I can't do this. I can't pick on you. Your mind is very, very smart. You will tell me I'm coming to church, or even when I want to come, I will come. But it does say you only come when you want to come. And I know why, because you don't feel like I'm giving you good news. And that's how they feel. Okay. But they're calculated. Why are they so calculated? That's where the problem lies, with the personal problem of yours. People pick on you and your family. Why are they picking on you? It does say tidy your mind and see who's there. Only I know who's there. And I realize people have the prophecy of the judge, or even the priest knows to see into things or look into things very clearly. Who's there picking on who and how? No one knows why he does this, but he looks at people's tarots. He also looks at cards, and he also looks at things that he doesn't like to tell people he looks in, and he wonders where it's going. He doesn't have to, but he sees things before head of time. So he may see things before head of time. Okay, he might have a clairvoyance in some way. Okay, to prophesize. Doesn't say why the building structure needs help or where it's going with problems in the practical housing. It does say people are obviously coming to church to pray and give themselves to Christ, so you may want to go there too. But it also says you practice good news in your mind to say, I see people there, I want to be there because I help myself to feel like I am a part of something, or even give myself good news. I want to know I'm about this life and I'm about this, because I don't know if you want to come to mine, but I see you there too. So you may go to different churches, or maybe different functions, different events and stuff like that. But it does say someone here doesn't realize you have good news. You just don't have good news all the time, and you wonder why you can't go out sometimes, because your parents have told you that bad news is there with your home. But people are always picking on you in your home and your house, and laugh because someone is making fun of you and your house right now, or maybe even seeing that you don't have good news. No one knows why they always pick on you, but they laugh at you many times over. And I realize I've got to laugh too. It does say mental health structures of a plan will be there for someone if they ever feel like they could keep going. They will know that I have bad news, and I warn myself not to go too deep or even get involved. But I see that I've been there, and I've been in my mind looking at you. Yeah, someone keeps watching you as well. They go too deep to look at you. It could be another earth sign person, okay? And it doesn't say why. It could also be a Libra or Aquarius. And it does say there could also be a negative man here, okay, who's an Aries. It also says people keep picking on you and judging you, and I don't know why. I like this. I just know that I can keep picking on you and targeting you and harming you. Gosh, this is terrible. It doesn't say why. Probably it's because a family heritage has given themselves ideas to grow up and fight the children of the family. Yeah. Like, like elders that want respect in the family. And generation after generation after generation, especially if you come from I'm not even, I'm not even going to bring race into it. I'm not going to bring race or culture into it. But there is some families, okay, that were brought up in strict ways, okay? And it's like the elders want more respect than the children, like children seeing and not being heard, so to speak. All right. And even when they've grown up now to adults, and then the elders are still you know, they're still present, they're still about, they're still alive. They still demand more respect than the children, and they don't want to listen to anyone that's younger than them. They don't appreciate them enough. They don't take them into value enough in a way where their mindset is developed in a way that could give them um good communication, good understanding, good reasoning, good knowledge even, you know. um they always just treat them with a level of, you respect me because I'm older than you, and that's that, you know. And I feel like there's a lot of that that goes on in certain people's families. Okay. It doesn't say where it's going to end, but it does cause trouble for you and family members in the mind of yours, and many of them try to wonder if they could change this or even help you maneuver past it. But it does say a man here doesn't want to see you, and he's communicating whether or not he'll see you. He doesn't want to see you, but he realized you're not going to see him today. Okay, so he could be timing you to come forward, but he realized he's not going to see you today. Could be someone in the family, okay, that looks into things in a similar way that you do in regards to that. It does say I can hear this person saying "f off" if you wanna see me in a problem in my mind. I don't need you to call me to help my mind tell you off. Again, I don't want to know that you're harmed, and I don't want to hear that you have good news. Okay, this person is like kind of flip flopping. Maybe they want to help you. All right, maybe they want to help you when you need help sometimes. All right, but at the same time, this person possibly doesn't know how to communicate very well, and knows that they could communicate with you on a level of, all right, well, I'm not going to be able to help you this week with whatever it is that you need because I've got this doing. Okay, but because they've got the mindset of the people in their head that have probably installed into them that they have to be overly respectful of their elders, to the point where they're being a bit deceptive on the inside and don't know how to show that they're confident enough to say, look, I can do something, or I can't do something. It's almost like this person is behaving like they're the child, and then there's adults that need them for something, okay, but they don't know how to say no when they know they need certain things for themselves and need to pay attention to things for themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? So they're kind of stuck in a mindset of, you know, and no one's saying that the person that they're actually dealing with, say it's you, Virgo, no one's saying that it's you that's treating them this way. It could just be something that's installed into their mind or into their DNA, or how they've been treated by family relatives that are older than you. Ideally, grandparents and older offsprings in their head that have tormented them in their mind. Okay. All right. Doesn't say when it's going to change, but people may laugh at you. I know this because I don't want to laugh. I just see that you're not getting good news with your work. So this person could be laughing at you, or even talking to themselves how they see, many people see that you're not getting good news with your work. And it does say botheration is there with many of them. Only the person that keeps going on about it, who helps a lot more, keeps troubling your mind though. Okay. This is why it always helps for you to close a chapter or close the mind of yours, and maybe even pay attention to your mind at times where you don't see them. Don't look at them and don't pay attention. Meanwhile, you'll see that someone is ready to tell you off, or even ready to tell you that you've got good news. He knows why. He picks on you too, but he realized he can't pick on you like the way they do. They pick on you more. And it does say he's ready to pick on you because he feels like he's under the same mindset of theirs. But it also says that he knows he gets more, and he pays attention to what you need and how you can get things and how he can get things, and works with you instead of working for your mind in a bad way. And it does say he has good news for you, but still tries to practice blame on you at times when he wants to know that he can get things faster, or even communicate things that he needs. At times he doesn't know how to sponsor his mind to get things when he wants, but he realized he's got time to really give you good news. Okay, so he's a bit more patient. Okay, and he's probably a better communicator. All right, and it does say you have to sort things out with the man here that doesn't want to speak to you, but he realized you could come to him today. Okay, it could be a Capricorn, it could be a Sagittarius, it could be a Gemini, All right, but it also says you got to sort out things with someone here that wants to pay attention to your locks or your bills, or maybe even your door, or maybe even your home, or even harm your head about something he feels like he is owed. He knows that he has to come forward, but he doesn't know if he can pray for you to be there. He just knows that he's bothering himself today, and he's bothered in his mind all the time until he feels like you don't need to speak to him. He needs to move on because he doesn't know how to pay attention to his own mind, but he's bothered. And he's bothered and he's bothered and he's bothered. He doesn't know when to stop being bothered, but he's going to planetary curse himself if he starts thinking about you way too much, more than necessary, because he doesn't know how to give himself time off in his mind to pay attention to what it is that you are doing to sort out your mind. Yeah, it's like almost like someone's overly badgering you, but spiritually attacking your spirit while he overly badgers you spiritually. There's almost like, a cosmic energy, but you can feel like it's a bad omen or a bad force that he wants to come and bring. And he's trying to time the situation as he sees he's not coming back, but he realizes he's got to come back and harm you. And he's feeling like he's got to, but he's not going to be able to once you've sorted out your mind. He has to allow you time and room, and he hasn't done so. So he hasn't been giving you time and room to do so. He's just constantly got you on the brain. Okay? All right. Like you may have to do something to support yourself from not going too far down the wrong road, or even, further and further in debt, so to speak, or, preventing something from happening before it happens. Do you see what I'm saying? But a person is not giving, you time and energy to do so, even though they are probably in reality in some way, but you feel like a bad vibe for some of you guys, that the person is hovering over your spirit and not giving you room and space to breathe so you can do what you got to do. Okay? All right, let's see what else is going on. No one's showing you anything bad, but they do need to give you good news, and they will collect from you or take from you or hold on to what you have. Someone here wants to hold on to what you have. Okay, maybe you've given them something. They want to hold on tightly to what you have. Don't know which way a situation is going. Home owning is something you want to do, so you will see that you're giving yourself blessings. So some of you are homeowners, and maybe you don't want to part ways from your home, so you're holding on tightly to your assets, your money, the things that you've got going on. You don't want to be bullied or attacked, or even felt like you've got to split it with someone, or even part ways, but some of you may have to. Okay, but it does say that some of you guys are building a legacy for a lifetime, and you will not communicate this or even speak to personal problems in your mind. Like, I've got other things to do, because some of you guys need to juggle situations, like things that you're doing at home versus things that you're doing, at work or in the office, or other areas of your life, like your business, your career, or just other things that you've got going on with friends, acquaintances, whatever. All right, events, whatever. Okay. Doesn't say where you're going, but you do have good news, and you're laughing, making fun of everyone, but you do know you have good news, and it's going to pay off in the next year or two when you completely move on from the pride and ego that you've been giving yourself, mostly to help yourself move past a dry mentality, which is I don't have anything. Yeah, like you're trying to give yourself things. You don't want to know that you've got a dry mentality, like you can't offer yourself good news or even good fruits of your labor, or even, like when you tell yourself, I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do it in a day or two. I'm going to do it. And it never comes. It never comes. Or you're always trying to find a way to do it, or you just feel like you couldn't do it. And then you challenge yourself to do something. And then now you realize, look, I'm locking in on that. I'm holding on to it. I'm making sure that nothing's going to bother me. I am going to keep moving forward. Okay. It doesn't say people want to see you in a bad way, but someone wants to see you in a good way. And also someone wants to drive and continue to drive. Absolutely not wanting to see people on the road, alcoholics, drinking and driving. It does say many of them could be in a car accident or in an accident in their mind if they're not careful. They may not see it, but you could see it. And it doesn't say you're seeing it, but it does say drinking and driving is absolutely nonsense. I wouldn't want to hear that. She's obviously going to help me out of a problem again if I go off with friends and I drive and I drink. Yeah, someone's thinking about, driving for the sake of being around friends. And then there could be, an incident that could have happened or occurred with family members or people, and laughing at him is friends. He doesn't want to hear you, but he realizes he's got friends that are looking into you or looking at him and wondering when you're going to save him, because he doesn't know how to drive, or he does know, but he's trying to help himself look into things that he could cause himself harm with. Okay, this could be someone that you know or someone in your family. So doesn't say when a marriage could happen, but I do know, I want to know that I'm married. Who's going to teach me how to marry? Yeah, you've got someone that's really holding on to your energy, wanting to know what's going on with you, so that they could be cursed in their mind no more. But at the same time, doesn't want to see you in your mind, talk to them about it. They just watch you. And they look at you and they laugh at you like you couldn't be able to give them anything. But they wonder when they're going to start studying how to listen to you without karma, bruising your ego or harming you, giving you violent energy in their mind to say they are tarnishing you or harming you in the background, or even in your mind at times where you feel like you can feel a force bothering you. It's them. They don't believe in you, but they're causing you harm, and they realize they've got to stop. Many times over, even friends, family members, people are causing you harm. I've told you this, but I want to look into it. And this could be a Gemini, a Libra, an Aries, or it could be you Virgos, telling someone this. Okay. Doesn't say when it's going to end, but you'll have good news overall, and try to warn yourself that you don't have bad news. You'll give yourself a lot of good news in the next week or two when you laughed at a situation or made fun of it. You don't have to speak warring with yourself all the time, and you giving yourself enough time to see that you don't need to war with yourself ongoing. Okay, and that's you controlling your thoughts and your ideas and your feelings, or giving someone, giving someone advice. So some of you guys could be giving someone advice or getting advice from someone, or maybe even self-talking, okay, with something here. Don't speak about anything that's going to give you harm. It says you've got good karma moving on. So some of you guys have got good karma moving on from a situation, okay? Someone wants to support you moving on and not allowing you to get involved with people's problems too much. But it also says you may want to stay there and look into your pride, your ego, and take karma into consideration as you change, and give yourself better news with your mind. Okay, next week it's going to be a good one, and it doesn't say why, but you have very good news on your mind to help yourself move past something. So you've got good news on your mind to help yourself move past something. You could be taming something there with some wishes to partner up with something that's on the mind. Okay, and it does say friends could also want to do the same, but it doesn't say when you see blessings come, it's going to be helpful to you, as problems are going to come to you one day if you're not careful. Okay, problems could come to you one day if you're not careful, but someone is aware of someone's driving, or even their drinking, or even their mind telling them off they have to have a drink to drive, or maybe even seeing that they don't have to have this problem, but they laugh at someone, and someone is punishing them with their mental health. Okay, who's this person punishing someone with their mental health? Let's see what's going on. Don't speak, but it does say a bad man is trying to confuse the situation or even push you down the wrong road. He wants to know that someone here is driving and drinking or even harming themselves, as he sees himself in a bad omen. He may not be good to you, but he could be a Sagittarius, or maybe even a Scorpio man. He does know he's confusing you and laughing at you and making fun of you and picking on you. He could be a Pisces, but he's also a Gemini mindset, where he'll look into things and see things and then play along, or even pride himself over the matter and try to target you. He's very much so manifesting that you have good news, but not really nice news at the same time. He may look at you in bad ways, and he sees that he doesn't have good news. He's mindfully set in his mind where he doesn't see a bad thing, but he knows that he wants you to see it. So he's also looking for bad news for you to have bad news, and wants to know that you have bad news. Laugh, because he may not see that you have good news, but he sees that you always have good news in your mind at times when you're dealing with things, and troubles himself to find bad information to place it in your mind and harm you. Wow. What kind of bloody warlock is he? Sounds like a warlock you're dealing with. Okay? Someone that's always looking for bad news to place in your mind. Okay? don't speak about drugs or alcohol. It does say people want to see that they can speak about drugs or alcohol, or maybe even a person beginning with the name J wants to come up and talk to you or target you or even place a hold on you in your mind to say you have problems. No one says you got problems, but people pick on you too much. And I noticed this, so I'm getting involved. Yeah, there could be people picking on you too much, and a lot of people um could be, I don't know if a lot of people are following suit or if there's a particular person or a couple of people following suit. But it does say once upon a time I realized I could see into things or laugh at things and I'm gonna pick on you. Yeah, there's someone here. It could be an air sign person. It could be another earth sign person or a water sign person. But I'm gonna leave it there and I'll speak to you in your next reading. Ciao for now. Bye.